Everybody is calling this Kylian Mbappé against Lamine Yamal, but that is only the poster. The real battle will happen several yards behind them, where Spain will try to control the ball, France will try to destroy that control, and one misplaced pass could decide who reaches the World Cup final. France against Spain is not simply a semi-final. It feels like the final arriving one match too early. France entered Dallas with power, speed, and frightening momentum. Spain arrived with control, patience, and a recent history of hurting this French team when the pressure becomes unbearable. Spain eliminated France in the Euro 2024 semi-final. They defeated them again in the 2025 Nations League semi-final. Now France have another opportunity to change the story, on the biggest stage of all. The tactical question is simple. Can Spain control France without giving Mbappe space to run? Spain will probably begin in their familiar 4-3-3 shape. Rodri will sit in front of the defense, Pedri will move between the lines, and Dani Olmo will look for pockets around the French midfield. When Spain have possession, the formation can almost become a 2-3-5. The fullbacks move forward, the wingers remain wide, and Rodri becomes the player who controls every decision. Spain do not just keep the ball because it looks beautiful. They use possession as a defensive weapon. When France do not have the ball, Mbappe, Dembele, and Michael Olise cannot attack. Spain will move the ball from side to side, pull France's midfield out of position, and wait for one passing lane to appear. But this is where the match becomes dangerous for Spain. Their greatest strength can also create their greatest weakness. If Rodri or Pedri loses possession while the fullbacks are high, France will not need 10 passes. They may only need 2. One pass into Olise, one quick release toward Mbappe, and suddenly Spain's controlled attack becomes a desperate race toward their own goal. France are expected to use a 4-2-3-1, but their attacking shape is extremely flexible. Mbappe can begin through the center and then drift toward the left. Dembele can attack from the right or move inside. Olise can operate behind the striker, receive between Spain's midfield and defense, and play the final pass. Doué or Bradley Barcola can provide another direct runner from the left. France's front line is not dangerous because the players remain in fixed positions. It is dangerous because they constantly exchange positions. Spain's center backs may follow Mbappe into wide areas, but that movement could open the middle for Dembele. The fullback may step toward Olise, but that could create a channel for Jules Koundé to overlap. France wants Spain to make one defensive decision too early. The most important selection decision for Didier Deschamps could involve Aurélien Tchouaméni. He is available again, but he is not believed to be fully recovered. Manu Koné has also been dealing with a minor problem. If Tchouaméni starts beside Adrien Rabiot, France will gain more protection in front of William Saliba and Dayot Upamecano. He can block passes into Pedri and help France escape Spain's press. But if he is not physically ready for a high-speed semi-final, Spain will test him immediately. Rodri, Pedri, and Olmo could create a 3-against-2 advantage in midfield, forcing France's attackers to drop deeper than they want. France cannot simply defend near their penalty area and hope Mbappe saves them. Spain are too comfortable when allowed to dominate possession for long periods. France must press at selected moments, especially when Spain play the ball toward the sideline. That is where the touchline becomes an extra defender. Dembele can close the center back, Olise can block the pass into Rodri, and Rabiot can jump toward Pedri. If that press works, France could win the ball only 30 yards from goal. But if Spain escape the first wave, Lamine Yamal will become the central danger. Yamal does not need constant possession. He needs isolation. Spain will try to move the ball quickly from left to right, forcing France's defense to shift before finding Yamal against Lucas Digne. Yamal will want to receive wide, slow the defender down, and then cut inside onto his left foot. France may send Rabiot across to create a 2-against-1, but that will leave space inside for Pedri or Olmo. That small tactical choice could decide the entire match. Help the fullback in Spain gain space centrally. Protect the center, and Yamal gets his one-on-one. On the opposite side, Nico Williams could be Spain's surprise weapon. He has been recovering from injury and may not be ready to start, but his speed from the bench could be devastating against tired defenders. Spain also have Merino, whose late impact has already rescued them in the knockout rounds. If the match remains level after 60 or 70 minutes, Spain can change the physical profile of their attack without changing their basic system. France possess similar options, and perhaps even more frightening ones. Barcola, Doué, and other attacking substitutes can enter when Spain's defenders are beginning to lose energy. That is why the opening goal will be enormous. If Spain score first, they can control the rhythm, protect the ball, and force France to chase. If France score first, Spain will have to move more players forward, creating exactly the open spaces Mbappe wants. And despite the headlines, this may not be decided by Mbappe or Yamal. It could be decided by Rodri's positioning, Tchouaméni's fitness, Maignan's handling, Saliba's recovery speed, or one substitute arriving inside the penalty area at the perfect second. Spain have the structure to frustrate France and the confidence of beating them in 2 recent semifinals. France have more explosive attacking options, a stronger knockout round rhythm, and a captain who can transform one ordinary pass into the defining moment of a World Cup. Expect Spain to control more of the ball. Expect France to create the more frightening moments. Expect tension, tactical fouls, rapid counterattacks, and a final 20 minutes in which both teams will understand that one mistake can end 4 years of work. My prediction is France 2, Spain 1, possibly after extra time. But if Spain prevent Mbappe from running into open grass and Rodri survives France's pressure, this semifinal could become another Spanish lesson in control. One team wants to own the ball, the other wants to own the decisive moment. In Dallas, only one of them will own a place in the World Cup final.